welcome back to my channel. It's Cerise here, and for today's video I have a very special video. So if you guys have been following my channel, you'll see that Janine from Fred the Smartos, thank you Janine, has sent me a bunch of lovely stuff, and that includes the Kat Von D Shade and Light eyeshadow palette. So I thought I would do a review on this today. I'm so freaking excited. I have been, oh my god, I've like Kat Von D products. I've had like hit and misses in the past, but I've never tried her eyeshadow, and I'm so excited to try it. So this is the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful palette here. It is so freaking stunning, and it says on the back, Shade and Light Glimmer Eye Contour Palette. Transform your eyes through the art of contouring. And then it's got all the shade names on the back, like so. So I think it's time for some arm swatches now. So this is the palette here, and it is stunning. These shades are so gorgeous. I cannot wait to use them on my eyes. I'm a very warm toned type of girl, so this palette is right up my alley. So I don't actually know what the shade names are, so I'm gonna have to do this very strategically. So the first shade is shade Porcelain. So I mucked up and read everything wrong. This is shade Porcelain here, which is a very light, like it doesn't really have much shimmer in it. Like a little bit of shimmer, it would be good for a highlight. But yeah, it's not like super intense. And this is shade Dusk here, which is kind of like a lavender kind of shimmer. It's pretty nice. It doesn't swatch as well as I'd like, but with the finger swatches, you've got to be careful because of the oils in your fingers. So it actually doesn't look as good sometimes. It looks better on the eyes. This is shade Dune, like June buggy. We call it June, but it's like D-U-N-E. Now we have shade Copper, which is a very dark kind of brown color. It's not that bad of a color, like I quite like it. It's just not picking up as well as I would have liked. That's why it's like not really swatching that great. And then we've got shade Bronze, which was kind of a bit gritty, as you can see. It didn't swatch that well, but you've got to remember with finger swatches, your natural oils are picking it up. And it was really like kind of bubbly in the pan, so I thought maybe that's why it's not picking up as nice. And then we've got shade Sterling, which is a very nice silver. It does actually match my nail, but it's not coming up as like clear as I would have liked on my arm. Again, I am rubbing my fingers off. They're not mixing together, in case you guys are like, oh my god, she's mixing the freaking colors together, because I'm not. This is shade Onyx here. I think I fully just missed the shade Cinder. I fully just didn't swatch it, so I do apologize for that one. I realize now, I'm like, oh, that's shade Onyx that I'm swatching there. That's so weird. And then this is shade Glacier now. And it's another kind of glittery color. It's very similar to the shade Sterling as above, which is really weird because they look exactly the same on the arm. So they'll probably look the same on the eye. Like, I'm not quite sure yet. This is shade Rust, which is a very nice kind of rust-colored metallic. They're all very metallic shades. This is more of a metallic than the rest of them. Then we have shade Jasper, which is kind of like a browny green, but it's not. But it's like an army green, but it's not. It's really weird. And now we have shade Quartz. I'm so excited. This color is so pretty. This is the color that I would use all the time. Like, it's just such a pretty rose gold. Like, look at that. It's amazing. So those are the swatches there. Now on my arm, they haven't swatched too impressively, but they're not that bad, but still, like, they could be way better. So yeah, it will be interesting to see what they go like on the eyes. So that's how it's swatched on the arm, and to be honest, I'm not that impressed with it. It just, yeah, like, personally, it just, But I'm sure it will be much better. What we will do is I'm going to get my makeup brushes in front of me, and let's get to putting these on the eyes. So, it's really hard because the shade names are on the bottom, and I'm like, how am I meant to, like, know this? But I think I should start with, like, kind of like a neutral blending shade. So I'm going to start with shade Porcelain, which is the white shade here. I'm going to start with this shade here, and I'm just going to put that in my crease. So it's good that it's got a built-in mirror, and it is vegan and cruelty free as well. I look like a ghost. I need to zoom you in so you can see. Okay, so that kind of makes me look like a ghost. And it is porcelain, so it is meant to, you know, be light, but I don't know, I needed like a kind of neutral blending shade, but you guys know what I mean? Like, I didn't want one that was too like dark, but I'm like, this might be too light. That was kind of like a lid shade, but not a lid shade at the same time. Now I need a lid shade, so I'm going to try the, well, I mean, when you think about it, they're all shimmers, really. aren't they? They're all a type of shimmer. So I think what I'm going to go is I'm going to go straight in with that rose gold, which was that copper shade, because I really liked that. Oh my god, I love this shade. I feel like for this palette alone, just this shade is like freaking amazing. Look at that. That is like the prettiest rose gold. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but like in real life, damn son. I suppose that porcelain was a good base for it. Alrighty, so I really, really liked that. I feel like I need to get a darker blending shade to blend the white out, because the white looks really insane. So I'm going to get the shade Dune, like Sand Dune, and I'm going to put that in here. I also think what I have done, looking at it now, is I've named all of the shades wrong. Oh god, I might have to re-swatch everything. I think I've swatched them all wrong. So it might be voiced over now. But anyway, so I'm using shade Dune to go over that, which I think has gone on much better. I feel like for under my eye, I'm gonna go for, I think, shade Rust. I'm gonna go for shade Rust here. And I'm gonna do that under my eye, tap off the excess. With that quartz color, which is this rose gold, it's actually shade Quartz. I did find it's very fallout-y, but not necessarily like a bad thing. So that is Rust underneath, and I think I'm going to use that to be my blendy out shade, shade Rust. I'm just going to use that. I know that it's very unoriginal, but a lot of the colors, like, sure, I said before, like, oh my god, they're really like warm toned and the colors are really up my alley. To actually do like an eye, it's actually kind of hard. Here we go, it's better, because of the shades, like mixing them together. So I think that these are the three like best warm tones, I think, in the palette, to make it look really like warm toned. I really don't mind that. See, to make it more warm toned, like just doing it like that. See, I kind of like that. I think what I am going to do though is put some more of that quartz color down, which I am obsessed with this color, just to try and pack it in there. I'm using a packing brush because I want more of that color. Even though it's very fallout-y under my eyes, I'm like, I love this color. And that's it there. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put on some eyeliner and mascara and then see how it goes. But yeah, I'll be right back. Alrighty, so now that mascara and eyeliner is on, let's have a look at the eye look. So I'm actually not that mad at the shadow itself. What gets me is that I think what's got me is the way that the names have been worded out. As you guys can see, I did a voiceover because when I was initially swatching these, I was reading out the wrong shades because porcelain's here, right? But then porcelain is there. So how you're looking at it here is how it is here, which I guess does make logical sense, but it's kind of like really hard to read. But I guess the only thing that I would really improve with this palette is I would make sure it has maybe a more neutral shade, but that one was alright. I feel like it's a really good shimmer shade. It's got a lot of good shades that would go in the center of your eye, the corner of your eye. Really nice for any type of skin tone. I do really think this is a versatile palette. It may not be for everyone if you're not good with shimmers, if you just want a matte palette. This is not the palette for you. This palette is pretty much, it's every single shade is a shimmer. So if you're not into shimmers, it's probably not the right shade for you, the right palette for you. But I really, really do think it is a good quality palette. Like, it doesn't have any weird smells or anything, doesn't smell janky or anything. The pigment, it's definitely pigmented on the eyes, a little bit fallout-y but not super fallout-y. I think for the price point for a vegan cruelty-free palette, it is actually a good price. So yeah, that's my review of the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette, which I'm really excited to have had, and I'm so glad that it is in my collection. It is definitely one that I'll keep and not pawn off to anyone. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe with the subscribe boxes, and until next time, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next one.